All right, let's talk about paying your buyer's agent compensation. This is a hot topic right now, and it will be for several months. And the biggest thing I want you to take away from this should not be a hurdle, should not deter you, or be a distraction in any way. I'm going to show you just in this quick example 4 of the 5 or 6 different ways that we help buyers take care of their buyer's agent compensation without impeding or preventing them from looking at any house in the market, period. So let's jump in these numbers. I'm going to show you how this is not a concern, provided you're working with a seasoned lender that understands this and has a lot of options in their tool belt to help you navigate through these compensation changes. Now, I want to start off with talking about if you're a renter. If you're a renter paying $2,500 a month in rent, in 2 years, you would have paid $60,000 in rent. So that's a $30,000 per year burn rate. In 5 years, you'd have zero to show for it. Zero to show for it. And in this situation, buyer's agent compensation is $16,500. You just threw away $150,000 in 5 years, or $60,000 in 24 months, and you don't want to pay $16,500. I'm going to show you why that's a bad way to look at this, and it's going to change your perspective on this entire conversation. So we like to use the purchase price of $550, 20% down. We got a loan amount of $440, 7% rate. You got a payment of $33.62, fully escrowed with taxes and insurance. So I just want to go through that just to set the baseline. And whoops, got crazy there. And your cash close is $134,966. That's your 20% down. That's your closing costs, and that's your 3% that you're paying at closing if that's what you choose to do. In this case, it would be $16,500 to your buyer's agent. So you need $134,966. Now, let's say you don't have the extra money to pay at closing and you need to take it out of your down payment. No problem. We reduce your down payment from $110,000 to $91,500. Your payment is $34.85, and your cash at close dropped down to $110,465 from $134,000. So that would be that option. The other option is to increase your sales price. Build it into the sales price. So instead of a $550,000 purchase price, we build the 3% in. $566.5 is now your purchase price. Your down payment's a little bit different because of that. Same 7% rate. Now your payment's $34.50. Now your cash at close is $121,985. So you go from $134,000, $110,000 to $121,000 just by the way you decide to change how you pay your buyer's agent compensation. And let's show one more time. Let's say you have some of it's built into the purchase price and some of it's being paid at cash. So now you've got a purchase price of $558, which is slightly less than building it completely in at $566. Your loan amount changes slightly. Your payment's at $34.06, and your cash flows is $128. Now the point of this is I want to take these away and take this away, and I want to focus on this real quick, this row. Notice that the payments are effectively the same. You got a difference of $30 here, $69 here, and $107 here. So as far as how you shift the numbers around, it's not that big of a difference in your monthly payment. Let's clear these. Same thing now. Look at the cash to close. Let's take this away because obviously you're not having cash to close on rent. This is the anomaly because this is where you're paying 100% of it in cash at closing. So this is going to be the highest. But when you look at the other 3 options, you got 110 versus 121 versus 128. So you got $11,000 difference between column 2 and column 3, and about $7,000 difference between column 3 and column 4. Not big changes, not big hurdles, not something that's monumental, hard to overcome by any means, shape, or the imagination. On top of that, let's go back down to this graph. Actually, let me shift it right here. During that 24-month period where you've thrown away 60 grand in rent, you would have been paying yourself back through amortization at a tune of $9,000 during the same 24 months. Down here in the net worth column, you've got a big fat zero after renting for 5 years. Whereas if you buy, you got a net worth anywhere between 254 to 237 to 262 to $258,000. So if you're concerned or squabbling over paying 3% buyer's agent compensation, or worried about building it into your loan, or not, they're taking it out of your down payment or whatever, you don't need to be concerned about that. The focus should be on building your net worth, being that homeowner, capturing that low acquisition cost today, turning around and capturing that appreciation gain over the next several years versus throwing all of your money away. So if you have any questions, give us a call. I hope this helps bring some transparency to this. It's not that big of a deal if you're working with a seasoned lender like us that's providing you with a lot of options. So call us with any questions. We'll be glad to help. Have a great day.